Welcome to episode 12 of our story, Hearts of Fire. We're going to go ahead and get right into this. This may be a long one because we are reaching, or may have reached, depending on how things shake out tonight, the end of our story. We'll just go ahead and put Monica on the chopping block. Monica, will you kind of fill us in on what happened last week?
A lot of discussions about what to do. Pamela told Carrie about the assassin being willing to kill King Milog, and then Morrigan also did omen on what would happen if we asked the assassin to kill King Milog, and also turned in the evidence that that Varix found at Blue Springs. And we realized that was a pretty good choice because it wouldn't lead to an all-out war, but Eureka would be kind of looked upon with suspicion in the future, but we decided that was kind of worth it because we were making a stand and showing that we aren't to be fucked with. So we decided on that. Varix and Gale were going to go to Atlantic City. Atlanta.
No, it's probably for the best if they go there.
Do some gambling.
Yeah.
Varix,
where are you going? I was going to Atlanta. This is Atlantic City.
Oops.
Whoa,
Boy,
might as well
my
gamble.
face red.
But
Might as well gamble while we're here.
Gale made the mistake of telling Varix how much the people in Atlanta love a spectacle. So he got a hard on picturing him delivering this evidence. So then Dan had to do an oath and be like, don't do that shit and you'll get to be the pastor at Morgan's wedding and wear whatever you want. So he accepted. Pamela... Oh, no. Also, so Pamela got a dream at 12:01 from a shadowy figure in an alleyway, and he said, what's your decision? Or, have you made your decision? She nodded, and then... I think he said, I don't know, she nodded twice, because I listened back and I kept saying, I only said I accept, but all I did was nod. But he was like, very well, and he disappeared, and I was like, well that's that, alright, can't wait to tell everybody when I wake up. So I told them, like, he's probably already dead, and then Sally called and was like, oh my god, did you hear, he's missing, and it looked like he ran off, so we were like, what the fuck? And then Gale was like, how do you know that the dream guy was that guy? And so I was like, what? And so I called the Slua. He's like, yeah, I did it. And so I was like, Pamela was like, oh, cool. But then he was like, but I don't do the dream shit. So Pamela is like, oh, fuck, I just told someone. Well, it wasn't explicit, but it didn't matter because, fast forward, Gale, Varix, and Pamela decides last minute to go with them to Atlanta, and Julio and Morgan have their baby appointment, and they're having little baby twins, and Dan told them their awesome, cool as shit names, like Spear in the Darkness or some shit, and so that was awesome, and they got burritos, but then they came home, and surprise, surprise, Milog was there, and he said, let me in, and he did. Sovereign. And now yeah.
And we should clarify.
Yeah.
That he did Sovereign and had done Sovereign.
Yes.
Because when we start tonight's story, and that was a good synopsis, thank you, Monica.
Thank you.
When we start tonight's story, as you step across the threshold of the reverie, he says, please, won't you invite me in? And before you realize that you want to say yes, Julio says, yes, of course, Your Majesty.
Should never have let him move in.
And you
here.
feel this sensation and know in your heart of hearts that something has been done to the reverie where you know it would be very, very difficult and against certain protocols, ancient protocols, to do anything or to harm him here.
Until this wears off?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Which is
We're
not
just gonna wait
anytime
this,
soon.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait this out.
Yeah.
So for those of you at home who are following along and want to know what happened, Milog has cast guest list on the river itself.
Guest list.
It is a sovereign power. It was roll 4 out of game, and there are various effects. Basically, it means you be nice to me, I'll be nice to you, or you suffer these horrible, horrible penalties to all your rolls.
I don't need that. I can do that all on my own.
So he plops down on a couch.
Oh yeah, he's got a wound in his throat.
He's got a wound in his throat that looks like dirt has been rubbed in it to close it up, but his white night clothes are stained crimson. The wound in his liver, most likely, pulses,
Ew.
and he puts pressure,
Oh, you do just have to wait it
and
out.
his hand shakes, trembling, as he holds.
May we take a look at your injuries?
And why would you do that? This is the residence of Miss Brightstone, is it not?
Yes.
Would you do me a favor and call her and see if she would be able to attend?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't have much time.
She gets the phone out and she calls.
All right. The phone rings.
Hello? She's like, oh, they got back from their baby appointment. What is it?
She's like, you and Varix need to come back here right now.
Is the baby okay?
You need to come back here right now.
Okay. Varix, turn the car around.
No.
What?
When I mean right now, I mean right now.
We have to get back now.
You're several hours outside of Eureka at this point.
Oh. Something. We're on our way.
You and Varix.
Okay.
What's going on?
Click.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I don't want to talk. Yeah. Morgan just told me and Varix need to get home immediately. Something bad is happening. Gale, I think that means that you should not come. So I think that means something dangerous is happening, and that we may need you on the outside. I don't know.
And she looks at you, kind of questioningly. You're driving
Yeah.
at this point. Just that's like not, she doesn't care about what she's saying. You're obviously the man that she loves or cares for. Cares for. Like, she wouldn't use that word. No, she wouldn't use that. That's gross. Loves for nerds.
But she does.
But she looks at you kind of questioningly.
It sounded incredibly urgent. I don't think we can drive there in time.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull the car over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She refused to explain, so I figure whatever is happening is bad. Very bad. And that they were listening. Or something, I don't know.
Is there any way Gale can kind of figure out
I see your dot 3 and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any way that Gale can figure out maybe what's happening? Any kind of clue to tell us what might be happening?
you could ask her to do that if you'd like.
Yeah, maybe she could do Omen to see what we will find when we get there or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of puts her hand to her mouth.
Oh.
And she's like, Morgan is right. If you can get there now, you should.
What's going on?
You have a guest. I believe I saw a crown. Someone important. Someone dying.
That sounds like mild.
What?
Okay. We still have evidence that we're, the whole point we're going to be taking this to Atlanta. I mean,
I
obviously
don't care about that right now. He's not dead yet. The plan was to kill him and then do the evidence.
What are we going to do with Gale?
I don't know.
I mean,
drop her off. We can.
I'm just saying, if you and Barracks come back, Gail can keep going to take the evidence.
Oh!
That's where I'm going with it. Let me finish my
No,
thought.
I
I'm
wanted
I'm
someone else
almost
to
there.
help us.
I'm almost there.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm not chucking Gale.
Yeah. Get out.
The last that, and I don't want Gale to come back to the reverie and get hit by a stray piece of wood when the storm happens.
Okay,
Almost
that's fair.
got 'em
That's
all.
fair.
Almost.
Yeah.
That was rude. Called for it. But accurate.
Yeah. Is that a line? It is
That is right. Okay, yeah, she can do that.
So you want to suggest
She's
that?
gonna hate it, but
Okay.
she'll probably do it.
She kind of nods and goes, I hate to drive, but I can do it. Sure, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Who am I looking for? Do you have information to contact this person?
Might as well just use Shelly.
I almost
Can you
though.
please give me that information?
I mean, I'll give you the information, but I honestly would rather you not be meeting up with Sally face to face. I think if anything, take the evidence, plop it somewhere, like in public, like one of those like secret deals,
Dead drops.
like a dead drop or something, and let her just find it.
Okay.
We
'Cause
can
I don't-
call her and tell
Yeah,
her
because
it
I
is.
don't need. Yeah, because we don't need you to be like,
Okay.
especially if you don't want to be dealing with them anyways.
That's true.
Okay.
No evidence that you were there, hopefully.
Yeah, you're a you can slip through the cracks.
Just don't honk the horn. I don't know if Sally knows about Mary. Yeah, we drove in the car. Just don't honk his horn when you get to it later. I don't know.
Don't worry about
She's already bumped that horn a couple times.
it. I already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's already inadvertently honked that horn.
It is racist. I don't care what you say. I know you think your humor is just, but it's not.
We'll talk about this later.
Okay, well, how are you getting back then?
Well, I've been sitting on this for a while. I'm going to let you in a little secret. I'm a little bit of a badass. And so I'm going to use my power,
You're going to use
portal passage.
or Wayfarer. Yeah.
Wayfarer.
You unfortunately don't have enough dots to do what you need to do. So you're going to have to cheat in.
That's fine.
You'll have to cheat in 2 dots worth of glamour
No.
to get to the level you need to.
Okay.
And that would be to cast Flicker Flash.
Okay.
And basically at this point you're just calling on the dreaming because you're not sure how it is. We need to get home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're going to click your heels together 3 times and there you are.
It'll take both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can cast it on yourself and Monica. To do that will require cheating in another dot
Scene.
of scene.
It's the first one, isn't it?
Yeah. So it'd only be 1. So it's a
So-
lot of
Pull your dick
it's a lot of
out.
glamour.
Glamour.
Yeah, it's a lot of glamour you're spending. Are you
Yeah.
pulling any
Time.
bunks or anything?
One
You're on the
time.
side of the interstate right here.
I'm pulling my cock out.
We got to for the
And I'm
finale.
like, take us home.
Well, truckers are slowing down. Some are just like flipping you off. Some look really interested.
Yeah, they heard the take us
Pamela's
home.
averting
Yeah.
her eyes.
Heard
Yeah.
the take us home
All
part.
right, I'll
They're
give you
like,
a -2 for that because
All right.
yeah, you know
A
there
lot
could
of
be
eyes.
consequences for Gail because she's still sitting there on the side of the road. So,
She better take off right now.
Well, she's got her vehicle.
She
She's
peels
got a vehicle.
yeah, she's
Okay.
like, I'll be going now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All
Good
right.
luck, and
All
then
right.
I'll give her a kiss on the way. But
And she
yeah.
kisses you back
Yeah.
with your and it moves a bit.
Let's just do it then. Oh my god, just get us there, please.
Okay, what am I rolling?
So you're gonna roll your
Wayfair.
Wayfair, your dots in Wayfair, and you're gonna roll your
Faye.
dots. You cheated in scene. That doesn't do anything. It actually makes it one harder to cast. So you cheated in, so it'd be a difficulty 7. Or you did a bump, so it makes it difficulty 7.
Okay.
A lot of dice, that's good. It's gonna be embarrassing if this doesn't work.
I got 3.
That's enough.
Yay.
And with the rush of autumn leaves.
With a swing of your dick.
Oh yeah.
With a swing of my dick and a click of my heels, off we arrive, and you know how it feels.
I don't
The
know.
wind rushes through your bum and your balls as we enter the revelries halls.
I'm saying that.
I'm so impressed because you just pulled that out of your
You're
ass.
so good at that. You do that all the time. You should have been doing this whole game.
You should have been Barracks.
All right. So you are there and you're zipping up.
Am I zipping up?
I don't know, are you? Because there
It's for
before you
dominance. You
is
come in.
is a dying king. You've never seen him personally.
Mhm.
You neither of you. But yet, upon hitting the reverie, standing in your foyer where you've had so many conversations, or your dining area, seeing on your guest waiting, the guest arrival or checkout couch, across from him in the little sitting area, Julio and Morrigan, and the leaves dissipate in the swirl, and you stand there, and Morrigan and Julio and the king, you all see the two of them there instantly. And the king smiles and says, "Lady Pamela, I presume."
Do we feel the sovereign on?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Because I was going to blast him. So anyway, I started blasting.
Immediately you feel that too.
Okay.
Yep.
I just look at them to make sure they're okay.
He sits with a sword, like his hand on a sword,
Mm-hmm.
like holding himself up. Very ornate, very fancy looking sword. Something befitting royalty.
My penis is still out. I forgot that it's unzipped.
You're that impressed. You got hit with the sovereign.
And
you're
he's
just
like, "I appreciate you doing what you had to get here, but sir, if you'll please."
Oh, I'm sorry, my liege.
He's
I
calling
have-
his dick his leash.
I have
I'm sorry.
I have unsheathed my sword. I'm sorry, my liege. It's unzipping up. I just need someone to notice it. Just look at it.
That's well. There's no grand finale to this. You've gotten what you wanted. Ryle told me before committing what he had to. He was
Fucking
bound.
asshole.
He was bound by an oath that should he ever find someone that he would like to serve more,
Oh.
I would not hinder him, but that he must tell me who that is and why. And we conversed as if nothing was going to change and everything was fine well into the night. And as soon as I bid him adieu, he struck. Released from his bonds. But he told me of you. And he told me of your hopes. This will not be my kingdom very much longer. And all I have to ask is why. I was not told that.
Giselle,
Giselle.
do you not know what she is?
A young lady who did not have a mentor. Who I guided. Came to Atlanta. Was on the streets. Thought she was seeing things and didn't understand the world, and I took her under my wing.
Is Myogan Arcanian she? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, just
Yeah.
So he should know what a Savardal is, right?
It's not
Or is
like
that
Boggins.
autumn?
That's unique to Boggins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that particular thing is unique to Boggins, and that's how Savard'll get it over on people.
Gotcha.
And Morgan probably knew just because she's probably fought them.
And it was really hard if you
It
recall
was
that
hard
role.
for her. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say she's a Savardal.
Yes.
You knew?
No. But it makes sense now. The trips here, the rumors of what was here, the potential for power. And I suppose that was something she wanted. She wanted if she was that way.
So you
I
had
make no
nothing to do
secret.
with it?
I make no secret that I have affiliations with the Shadow Court. But the Shadow Court does not mean we want the Lane or Fomorians back in this world.
Out of character. It kind of does. Just a little.
It means that we want humanity to dream. And sometimes dreams come from fear, and maybe that was my misunderstanding as I ruled my kingdom that way. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
You also tried to assassinate her,
Yes.
which was like kind of shitty.
Do I get a chance to ask why now? I gave you your reason.
It doesn't matter. Yes, of course. I just ask that you sit with me as I die. So that you face what you've done.
No, I mean...
No, and he's saying he'll answer your questions.
Oh,
he'll
oh,
listen
sorry.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll converse.
Yeah,
I don't have long. But just stay with me. So that I do not die alone.
We could ease your passing.
No.
Okay, so be it.
I want you to know that I suffered.
I want answers, my liege.
About
Why did you go about this the way that you did?
because I am a king and things must be done certain ways. And I am sorry that your duchy has been overlooked. And perhaps that should change. Perhaps that should change when the next ruler takes my place, whoever that shall be. I pity you all.
You were going
It
to
will
go
be
to
ugly.
war with us.
I was going to what?
You were going to go to war with us.
Was I now?
Mhm.
And who told you this?
The
This is-
strings of fate.
But why would I do that? When I could just simply eliminate the opposition from afar? I'm
With
sorry,
Gis-
but your
with
duchy is
Giselle?
very unimportant.
With, like, eliminate us with Giselle.
No, I did not know until later what she had done.
Well, I suggest you choose your...
And she was dealt with.
Choose your
Cold Iron
relationships...
saw to that.
What?
What? What was said?
He said, and she was dealt with. Cold Iron saw to that.
Sweet.
It broke my heart.
I suggest you choose your relationships more wisely
What
in
will
your
it-
next life.
There is one. We'll see.
He's Arcadian. They don't know what happens when they die.
Oh,
Well, one little tidbit that I think you're going to be really fascinated to know, since you're already really miffed at us right now, is that you're probably going to die leaving a very tarnished legacy as we tell everybody your relationship with Giselle and that you had relations with Thelaine and you were going to bring back that.
I assure you I would never do that. We knew it was here, but we did not. I told her not to pursue it.
Yeah, the problem is that you're going to be dead.
I advise you, sir, to speak to me with a little more, shall we say, respect. We are under hospitality, are we not?
My liege, I am very sorry for my any sort of disrespect, but I must, tell you the truth as well.
Well,
So I will have
so you.
greater candor when I say it.
So this is your legacy, Pamela Brightstone. You killed a king slowly, sullied his name, what little legacy he had.
just like you were saying, this was never the plan.
No, but it is here. And yet, I feel that you should know that had we spoke, and that is my regret, and had I taken things a little more seriously, and maybe we wouldn't be sitting in this situation. And I apologize, but understand this. There will be those that come for you all. This place will not be safe. And if I do make it back, I will get my revenge.
Make it back from what?
To another life.
Through the Wraith or whatever?
No.
He just means if Arcadians reincarnate. It's just not known what happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't. They don't know if they reclaim another body, or if they reincarnate.
But they can live a freaking long time in the body they have, too.
Yeah, they absolutely can.
So he starts to look very pale. And he says, my insides rot from the poison of my own body. And maybe there is justice in that for you.
Did you know about House Kaha?
Yes. And I regret none of that.
Did you orchestrate it?
In part. But only mildly.
What'd you say? Only what?
Only very little. There were so many others that were all too eager to jump on the plan.
Who?
Take your pick of the people of note in Atlanta and the surrounding duchies.
Sally?
You're not gonna.
Sally.
He's not gonna know Sally Forth. She's just a messenger right now.
Sally Forth. Never heard of her.
What have you heard about her?
He closes his eyes. And she's a vassal in my kingdom. Or was.
A what?
A vassal.
What the F is that?
It's somebody that's under you. It's somebody that
Yeah.
It's a citizen of his kingdom, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was working with you this whole time?
Not necessarily. It just means that she was someone of note enough that he would. I mean, a vassal's just like somebody that serves.
Miss Brightstone.
She served him then.
I mean, technically we all do.
My family has a plot in Atlanta. If you could see my body make it back, I would be grateful.
Yes.
And the sword should go to the next in line to be king.
I'll be having that.
You have all brought hell down on your little town. I hope you know that.
This isn't
But-
very nice. That isn't a very nice thing to say to us either. Like, talking about decorum and stuff.
I'm telling the truth. There's no decorum here needed. This is strictly how it is.
Then don't have to
I
watch
wish-
my tone either.
I wish you the best. May the god or gods, whoever you pray to, help you. You'll need it. And with that, he dies.
Peace, bud.
A dead king sits upon a crimson throne inside the reverie.
He can paint his bullshit however he wants, but either we were gonna die or he was gonna die. That's the fact of the matter.
And Julio, after that, just like, Jesus Christ, shut up, man.
I'm gonna call Real. What's his name? Real?
Ryle.
Ryle. I want to call him.
Okay.
He needs to clean this up.
Morgan just squeezes Julio's hand because that was weighty as fuck.
I'm calling Gail to see where she's at. I can't imagine she's really gotten that far.
Okay. No, she's not. She just says trucks keep honking at me.
We'll drive faster.
I've gotten past the ones that are a problem. And you're calling Royal.
Mhm.
We'll get to you in just a second.
I don't. Actually, yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
Wink, 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 wink.
I know.
Milk is dead.
And dead there.
He died right in front of us.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he's blaming us for hell.
Of course he
Because he's...
doesn't know why this has happened, I'm sure, or understand it. Surely. I should be there.
Maybe...
Early tomorrow morning. Do you still want me to do this?
I don't really see a point now.
That is kind of a question.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I say come back and let us debate.
Regroup.
Let us regroup and debate now.
I'll be there tonight,
Okay.
if that's what you want.
Okay, drive safe.
I will, thank you. Bye. Phone rings a few times. Goes to voicemail as it does. Then you get a call back a little bit later. Yes,
Come to the reverie now.
it is done then. I shall be there. And he walks through the back door almost immediately. The chimes chiming because he is not a welcome guest. Not
But
yet. Not yet.
I asked him to come.
Well, that's true. Never mind. So they
Yeah.
don't chime. Never mind. So, retcon. He steps in and he says, a part of the arrangement, a loophole in our agreement. Sorry for the couch.
You need to clean this up. Take it back to his family's plot.
I'll return him,
Thank you.
but you clean my place up.
You didn't complete your deal.
Is he dead in front of you? Is the king dead?
Yeah, and we didn't touch him either.
We don't know if your blows killed him or if something he put in his wound did.
Who did he tell you made the wounds on him?
We don't know what
Who
killed
did
him.
he tell you made the wounds on him?
It doesn't matter.
Do not try to negotiate semantics with me.
Excuse me? You're the one who put a loophole in your thing and didn't tell that you had to tell him who you were going to face. So don't come into my house and tell me not to do a loophole here when you caused this and you put my friends in danger.
Roll for initiative.
I knew it. That's why I was just grabbing my fucking dice already. Here we go.
Is it Dex and what?
Dex and wits.
Okay, so 6 plus 7 is what? 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fitting in for Pamela. Oh shit, we just rolled the...
One dice. Yep.
Oh.
And you add it to your dots.
Okay, I got a 16.
Okay.
Get fired, bitch.
You are first.
I'm gonna engulf you.
He will be second.
Well, is he...
12.
He's not moving at the moment.
12.
Does he have to state his intention, or we don't
Uh-huh.
know?
He has to state his intention.
Okay.
Okay. You got a 12. Is that what you said?
I got a 12, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, it looks like he's reached into his pocket. Nothing more.
I'm gonna pick up Miles' sword.
Do you have any melee?
Wait, I'm gonna give Miles' sword to Morrigan.
I
Yeah,
She's
that's
already
true.
got a
I'm gonna
sword.
give it to Julio.
Okay. All right. Oh, I need to roll for Julio as well. Oh boy, Julio's last.
That's okay.
Well, I'm just gonna pick it up because I don't know what he's.
Wait, doesn't the lease go first so that you know how to act?
Yes.
The
Okay.
least has to say what he
Julio sees you looking at the sword, and he starts to move towards it. Looks like he's gonna get it.
Oh, I don't want him to get ganked.
But he goes last. He's
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, yes.
And that's why he goes for his pocket, seeing this.
He's probably got a little knife. I'm gonna have to burn him, I guess.
and then
Or no, I'll do everything stops for tea. That's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, everyone else.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm doing it all out of order. I need another Sprite. Hang on.
All right. It's worked up a thirst. She has to obey her thirst.
well, depending on how everything stops for tea, what is Varric's gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I know what he. Well, I know who he is now, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm gonna fight because like we have to, but I don't know. Like this seems like it's getting really hasty now. So
I don't know.
well, we just kind of just jumped into a battle.
And you're
off of-
breaking an oath as well.
Me? Why? What? Oh.
You had an agreement with him
Yeah.
To do what?
to turn over the reverie.
All I was saying was I was just pointing
You need to put
out-
that. No one can hear
Oh,
you.
sorry. I was just pointing out that we didn't know yet for sure. That's all. I didn't break an oath yet.
Wait, what?
He thinks you're trying to, is what he's getting
Okay, then when I stop for tea, I'll explain what I meant.
at. All right, so you can stop for tea.
Okay. Where's my book?
That's good because otherwise he's getting Morgan's chomping him.
That's cute.
I know.
Spend a glamour.
I'm joking. You probably could. You're outnumbering.
Well, I bumped up my melee when I leveled up, so I have 4 in melee now. So
Yeah.
Could I borrow one dice?
yes.
Difficulty 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, so 3 successes.
Okay. And what does that do for us to remind us?
Diffuse hostile situations.
Okay.
Let me look up exactly.
Okay.
Are we still technically initiative though?
We'll stay here.
Yeah. I think it
But
like lasts.
We'll just keep this order in case.
Gotcha. Inevitably, we're gonna get back to this. Situation.
Maybe not.
It just depends.
It just depends. He's come to collect, and doesn't want
Well, he
to.
didn't have to be an asshole about that.
When has he ever been nice?
Very true.
When he said he just wanted to retire somewhere and that he found somebody he'd rather serve, that was kind of nice. For each success, no one present can initiate combat or use harmful supernatural powers for 1 turn, including
So
you.
3 turns.
So 3 turns. I may spend willpower points to extend this time at a cost of 1 point per additional round, but only if you scored at least 1 success on the roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a willpower and get 4 turns.
Okay.
Because I don't want to fuck this up.
Okay. So what are you saying?
I am not denying our oath. I am simply asking you to wait.
For what?
For the king to be out of here.
He will be. But we have to come to terms. I have fulfilled my end of the bargain. A king lies dead before you. Not by your own hands in any way, shape, or form. More to the point, there is proof before you that the deed is done.
Out of game, I was trying to do the whole changelings try to fight loophole things. Is this gonna work on him, or am I wasting my time and pissing him off? Is that okay?
It's
for
not
me to
that
ask?
it's not. No, I mean you can try.
Okay.
But it's pretty airtight at the moment.
Not from my perspective.
He is saying, I killed him.
We need to get Julio to officiate. Like, yes, that tracks. And we did.
And he says, per our agreement, he died by my hands.
Can we roll for bullshit to see if
Sure.
What I
he's-
was trying to get at is that when he said and you had no part in it, but he told King Myolg, this is why I'm doing it.
You never agreed to that he wouldn't do that.
Well, he just said it right now, so I thought I would get him.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's one of those omission things. You never said, and don't tell on me.
Okay, that's fair. I will grant him that then and apologize.
Can we just?
He kind of relaxes his stance, but doesn't remove his hands from his pockets at this point.
Please forgive me. This has been quite a surprise, and I am still reluctant to give up the reverie, but I will do as our oath decreed.
Give it up. No. You misunderstand me. It will be mine, but you may still serve here. This is your home. I brokered a deal with someone you know, someone with a home on a hill.
Grace.
That home will be mine. I will need someone to tend to it, manage the effects therein. I believe that will supplement your income nicely to this place. But I am welcome here at any time to recharge myself, to invite the guests I wish, who will be paying customers for our finances.
If she wants out of this deal, can she just like, I mean, he keeps the reverie, but she can leave and move on and do some other stuff.
Yeah, but she broke an oath saying she would die if she did it.
She's calming down again. It's just from her perspective.
She would die?
This is
If she left the reverie?
No, if she broke the oath
and
that
say no, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not
for you."
doing this. Yeah. But leaving and just saying no, it's yours, I'm out, that
Is possible.
possible. Sure.
She's calming down, but for her, this is like the scarier thing than even the dead king in her thing. So she admits she spoke out of turn, and she's calming down by her own power of everything stops for tea, and she is accepting.
If we transfer some of the Bellfire to Grace's house, would
We've
he
already
even
talked
need?
about this.
Would he even need to come here though? Like, he may still send guests, but does his ass even need to come recharge at that point if he's got his own effing Bellfire?
I kind of want to discuss that with him, but after this oath is resolved, in case he gets pissy again and I might die. So once we do the oath, and maybe like a few months, we'd be like,
Well, I'm just saying, like, it just offer a suggestion, like not saying he doesn't. It's still officially his.
Mhm.
But he's not having to
maybe Morrigan
sleep
can offer
over.
that, but Pamela doesn't want to.
It's not my friend.
I know, but I don't want to get killed, and this is the right thing. I mean, he still didn't fucking do it the way I wanted him to, but he did do it, I guess.
I mean, I don't. But you know what? Morgan might ask.
What was it? Sorry, go.
If you are worried about having access to Glamour, we could always bring some of the Bellfire to your new residence.
Possibly that could be discussed, but we must agree to talk terms. Time is of the essence. He begins to rot.
Yeah, what did he mean by that? This is out of character.
Getting cut in the liver is a horrible way to die.
Oh, he just meant
It's,
by
it's
his own
incredibly painful.
insides.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
He died in horrible agony, and the fact that he was able to continue a conversation with you, sweating and pale-faced, is testament to his
So-
resolve.
Offered to heal him. Dan could have
Quick-
healed his ass up.
So then, quick question.
He didn't know what you were offering.
The way he just died right now, was this all part of your design? Or was this like kind of just an accident? Did you just like not get him well enough and he was able to escape?
No one can see the king die in his chambers. But finding him, forgive me, finding him in a place of ill repute with knife wounds upon his body. His purse missing. Oh, they don't call it a purse now, do they? His wallet missing. Beaten, battered, bruised. As he is before you. Seeing the little whores he was known to visit now and again.
What?
Many would see it as his comeuppance.
He's saying he's gonna stage the body somewhere else.
Oh, I thought he was suggesting the Reverie was that place.
No.
I
No,
don't
he's
think
saying,
he'd do that
for
if
what
he
you're
was
hearing,
really-
no role necessary. He's saying he's going to take him back to Atlanta and put him somewhere where this looks like an accident.
Okay.
Or a
Now,
gank.
Quick.
there will be many ancient magics and favors that are called upon to make this stay true. You have to understand.
Sure.
There is cost to what we do.
Yeah. Rumors are also already swirling about him being missing, so...
Yes, of course. Of course they are. I willed that.
Morgan's just staring at him because she didn't trust a word out of his fucking mouth.
We have an agreement then. We shall continue our oath,
Yes.
continue our bargains.
Yes.
We shall finalize the oath when I return, shall we?
Yes.
Well then, Mr. Troll, your name was Julio, correct? Sir, I will need you to go get some lawn and leaf bags, and we will need some duct tape. I do not need the blood to get everywhere on my person, and I will need you all to put him into the bag, and I must not touch him. It's important.
I'll get the bag.
Let's get some gloves.
Basically, Morgan's doesn't want Julio touching him.
Yeah, Julio's prints don't need to be on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she basically says, I'll get the bags.
very well.
And Morgan does put on gloves because she's dumb, but she ain't that dumb.
Mm-hmm.
She probably watches true crime
Yeah. Put your hair
podcasts
back.
and stuff.
I might have a hairnet in my kitchen.
Miles' final wish happens. You all face the consequences of what you've done. Not from a distance, but hands-on. Your assassination has borne fruit, and you harvest those fruits into bags, stuffing them in, taping it up. Pamela, do you assist?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to give me a willpower check. Morgan as well. Are you helping?
Yeah.
Are you just watching and going, what the fuck?
Kind of for right now, I'm just watching.
Okay. So as the two of you do this, just roll your dots and willpower difficulty 7.
4 successes.
3.
You hold it together and manage to do what you have to do. You detach yourself from the situation, but you don't think you'll ever get that blank stare out of your mind. And then soon enough, he is bagged up.
It makes it sound like he's in pieces.
No,
Okay.
it's all one. And he says, help me through the trot at least. I have a long way to travel, but I do know the way.
Is he like trying to pull something? Can we see?
Sure.
Yeah. He keeps adding things on.
Yeah, I don't
And
like it.
I would love to do an outburst, but
Sure.
that didn't go so good last
What
time.
do we roll?
Perception plus alertness,
Okay.
difficulty of 6.
Okay, perception, alertness. I'm doing willpower.
Okay.
I got 1 success.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Oh.
4 successes.
All right. You can't tell. You don't know. He might be, he might not. The two of you. You don't think anything's going on.
I'll do it. And even if I did know, well, Monica thinks that,
Damn, what kind of successes did you need to figure it out?
yeah.
It
He
was
matched you.
resisted.
He
Oh.
matched you.
So I think that he needs Pamela. He wants her to stay alive, so she's going to go with him. He's probably not going to gank her. He might, but she's exhausted.
I thank you above and beyond. I chose the right partner.
She just nods kind of sadly.
And you both journey into the Trod, carrying a body of a dead king.
Me and Pamela?
Pamela and Ryle.
Okay, that's well. Okay.
And you all watch her go through the grove of trees, disappearing. You travel paths that you've never traveled. He says, "Worry not, I'll bring you back.
Thank you.
A bargain is met. Your service to me is part of that arrangement. As an agreement to keep you alive. It's incentive, you see. For if I were to harm you, my loyal vassal, I would be breaking an oath.
Grace.
And that is just not something I do," as he kind of chuckles to himself. And soon you arrive in the middle of nowhere, back alley, USA, Atlanta, Georgia. And he says, "Here with the other rubbish." And he just throws the body down.
I guess we left the sword
Mm.
at the reverie?
No, the
The
sword is
needs to be with him.
the sword is with him.
Okay.
Yes. If you will it to be there, it is. Yeah.
I think so. It'd be worse if someone found it. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
people are going to be like, if he had a sword, why didn't he
Right.
fight back? But
Julio, as you guys are standing there in shock, begins to kind of military order stuff. He's like, "We got to clean this blood up. We got to get it up now."
Okay.
He's like, "We got to get rid of this couch, but we'll have to burn it.
Okay.
We're going to have to I think we take it out to that property, the church. We take it out in the woods and we just burn it."
In the church.
I don't.
I'm not there.
No, we make it look like some kids were out there partying. We put like beer bottles and stuff around it. We make it look like they was just a party.
Can we? Do we need to bleach it first?
Yeah, whatever. We
I'll
just need
spray
to.
paint a penis on it.
Fine.
Good call. No one will want to look.
He's like, "Whatever. That's good."
Mix some
and he's
cornstarch
just
and water. Put it
he's-
all over it.
he starts to and you guys are cleaning up a murder scene in some ways. He says, "Come."
He follows.
Back we go. Heroes all, aren't we? Defeating a king. Taking him down. An evil tyrant. Dethroned. Hopefully another tyrant does not rise.
It shouldn't.
But that remains to be seen. But he'll not harm you anymore.
He never did.
But you willed this so much. You wanted it more than anything.
Not more than anything.
More than your own home. You bargained your livelihood against this. Of course you wanted this.
Yes.
And it's yours now. Your legacy.
Why does he keep?
I'm not buying this 180 we're evil now bullshit. I'm not buying it.
We're not evil. She's just moody. It was horrifying to see him die and
And
hear
you're back.
his actual words.
Within
And
30 minutes or so, you're back.
Hey, why does he keep talking about you being his vassal? Like something's not
That was
jiving.
I don't know. That was the oath. I have to serve him at the reverie anyway.
But
and I
you
have to
outrank him in title.
But I agreed to the oath.
But then, can't he at least be like courteous about it?
The oath is not finalized. All that was done to this point was an agreement.
Okay.
When does it get finalized? I'm so confused.
Upon return,
Oh.
now everything is done.
So now it's finalized.
And he sits down and looks and sees that, the couch is gone and that it's cleaned up. And he says, "Excellent. You've done well. I would suggest maybe a new rug or something to cover this area.
Is there a color you prefer?
Whatever suits you. You all are the decorators and the designers. I care not."
She still just stares the shit out of him.
And so, everything stops for tea. As paper is brought out, Julio says he will officiate at the request of Ryle. And a document is composed. In it states that he shall be given hospitality when he requests it in the reverie, that this property will become his
When? Immediately?
Upon agreement.
Okay.
And that means you can say within basically a year and a day.
So you don't have to do it immediately.
You don't have to do it immediately. You have a year and a day. That's what changelings love to do, a year and a day.
Okay.
But that understanding that you are the guardian of this freehold, you are its vassal. You hold all your same titles as you did before, but with the understanding that he is your superior in this freehold.
And it says only me, right? It doesn't say the whole freehold. It doesn't say Varix or Morrigan or Julio or Dan.
It says, and all those dwelling within.
But
Time to move out.
But it doesn't start for a year and a day.
That's
Right.
true.
And it's not that you're his vassals. It's just that anybody, what he says is that you are the agreement that he wants Julio to write up is that you are, but if anybody is living here, they have to respect him and cannot cause him harm or anything like that.
But once it goes into effect.
Right. Which will be immediately, but his possession will take place in a year and a day.
So the being nice to him when he shows up
Is effective
is
is effective now.
But if we move out.
Then you fuck him up.
It's not specified in there.
So does that mean that's a loophole?
Yeah.
You can roll
I need to know.
wits plus kinning.
Okay.
Julio may be putting that in there too. Maybe.
He cut a few eyes at you a few times as he was writing it.
I mean, he already knows that I cannot stand this motherfucker. Okay, what's the difficulty?
Difficulty of 8.
Okay, I spent a willpower.
Okay.
4 successes.
That is a loophole. If you are not a resident of the reverie and you're no longer in any way, shape, or form associated with it,
Well, I already gave up my salary.
that doesn't.
No, I understand, but once I move out, I literally have no association. Like, I'm not working there. I
Pamela
wouldn't
would
live
have to
there.
release you of that, but yes.
I will.
Okay, because Morrigan's basically like looking at him, cutting eyes when he does it.
As you're all finishing this up, there's of course the pain of death, such as my honor, yada yada yada, formalities. Without looking up, as he reads over the document, he says, "Listen to me, Autumn, I see the looks you give me all day, and every time upon my arrival. I want you to understand something. This is not a watertight agreement. I know that. Your man knows that. Pamela, you should know that too. But I intend to honor the letter of the agreement. And you have no way to verify that, but I have no way to verify that you will not do something duplicitous. So I give you this. One last line." And he signs and makes a thing. "Should any harm come to me through anyone's hands, under the knowledge of Pamela or lack thereof, may she be struck dead."
So if
What?
this guy ever
If he
dies,
gets
so
in
if
a
this
car
guy,
wreck?
yeah, if this
No,
guy dies,
basically saying how he writes it, because I'm not saying it well. Basically saying that if he dies because of something you knew about or had orchestrated.
Pamela knew about her orchestrated.
Right.
I want.
But if she doesn't know about it and doesn't orchestrate it, then it doesn't matter.
Correct.
So if
Right.
Can
I move out and then I do something on my own and she doesn't know about it,
Right.
then she's fine.
Right. And so
Wait, I want a line in there about me being protected. We're in this together.
it is. Yes. of
So if
course.
he.
Yes, and he promises to protect you.
Okay.
These things are, you go back and forth to terms.
Okay, cool.
And he's
Just making
fine
sure.
with that. He
'Cause I don't think he's
he
gonna kill
says
me.
he looks at you and he says, "I'm tired."
Me too. Oh, he's looking at her. Sorry.
And he looks at you and he looks at Julio. He says, I'm tired. I'm tired of Atlanta. I'm tired of my hands being red and dirty. And this was the last job for me. I want it to stay that way. I want to go in peace. My work is done. I would advise you to walk away from your feelings and your anger towards me. If you cannot do that and reconcile that in your heart, know this. There are precautions that I set up in Atlanta as well. Do we have an agreement?
Yes.
Well, and he holds out his clammy slew hand.
She puts out her
Shake.
pudgy, warm bargain hand.
He has you sign. He signs. He says, 1 year and a day then. I have things to attend to in the interim. My new estate. I shall tend to that soon. Perhaps she'll make it. Perhaps we will have a queen of Atlanta. We shall see.
Did he say she'll make it?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about Grace. That's the reason why she gave him her house, is because she's making a run for the throne.
Like we suspected over the group chat. When
Probably.
we were going to have her.
Probably move for the throne and some cover-ups, too. He's got to cover his tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we did this even unbeknowingly to Grace, like for Grace, then she better have our best interest.
She's got no beef with us anymore. Maybe Morgan a little bit, but
Morgan's got her on the wedding list.
So
And Morgan made nice at the end of the thing.
Yes.
She said, "Look, I don't like you, and I'm probably never gonna like you, but I'm really sorry about what happened to you. That was
Yeah.
shitty as fuck.
yeah.
And
We'll
I
be
hope that you recover." Like, and that was genuine as shit. So Morgan wouldn't say it if it wasn't.
So we might be good if she's queen. But we don't know.
And also, if she were to do something to Morgan, it would piss you off, and you've already assassinated one ruler.
Yeah, like you want to cross Eureka Springs, bitch? Well, no one knows, but
She does.
how does Grace know?
I'm sure she knows.
She ain't gonna know.
she made a deal with
Ryle.
the assassin.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he
That-
loved to run his mouth and his little oaths. That's true.
Like, yeah, like, of course he told, like,
And that's
He's
why
probably running his mouth more than he would in Atlanta.
Mm.
He's probably being real candid right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Okay.
kind of glean that from it.
sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Grace, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a part of me that wonders, honestly, maybe Grace put him up to it. Maybe Grace had him come to assassinate you.
Yeah, go to Pamela.
Because
she'll do it.
because the one
'Cause-
thing that Mild never when Mild never really, he was like, yes, he did. Tried to assassinate you. War? What war? I don't know. And he was very bullshitty about his answers, and it makes me wonder, was Grace behind all of the things that we think that Mild was behind in order to
or was
trick
Miles
us?
just
Not the
spouting
Giselle
bullshit?
thing.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Miles seemed pretty.
He was about to die. What else did he? What
I
does
don't
he got to?
know. He's
you
a,
know?
he's a
Tired.
smart ass
He was like, this didn't
Arcadian.
have to
I don't
happen.
know. I don't
That's how
know.
I took
And he said if I make my way back, which does kind of, you know what I mean? Like, how do we know he didn't just reclaim some asshole down the road?
Could ask the person that did the deed.
How does he know about Arcadian shit?
He might have killed some in his time. Who knows?
Will Mog be back?
No.
How do you
He
know?
flips the switchblade. It looks very crude
It's iron.
and done by hand. And you know what it is when you see it.
I'm royally pissed off, almost beyond composure.
I don't know what you're talking
Cold iron kills changelings' souls as well as
Yeah.
body.
about. Okay.
Like that is just
It's evil.
yeah. Like it's everything.
Can't have loose ends.
It's taking everything in her to not just absolutely lop his head off for that. Because
How
that,
did it to Giselle?
it's too. And she was mad about that. For her, that's just it's a line too far.
Pamela's secretly relieved because my uncle's like, I'm gonna have revenge if I come back. So.
It's a line too far for her.
Kind of whatever.
I understand, but this is the bed that the person that you stay with has made.
Well, not for long. She's gonna move out.
Varix, you're awful quiet about this whole situation, taking it all in. What do you think?
I just don't buy any of this, like, we're the bad guys bullshit. I don't buy it at all.
Well, I don't think
it's
Varix
stupid.
would. I don't think
No.
Varix would for a second.
Yeah, I don't buy it, any of it. The fact of the matter is
It got done.
Well, I mean, it's not that. It's all of this, like, oh, do you feel like a hero now?
I
Kind of
kinda
bullshit.
feel-
Hold on. I don't
Yeah,
know. Like,
sorry.
that's bullshit because the whole point of this was that by episode 5, you were going to get assassinated. You were going to get assassinated, and talks of Milg and all of this stuff was happening. We did everything that you could do to make sure that we protected the duchy, and for it to be reversed on us, if no, you actually just did the worst possible thing ever, you did the bad ending at the very last minute just because some dickhead showed up with some cold iron and blah blah blah. And yeah, like, the guy's kind of the assassin's an asshole, but like, I just don't buy it that we're the bad guys. I don't buy
feel
it.
like
I don't think you have to.
Yeah.
I think and this is where we'll just pause for a moment. My head was at is that you've not really had to get your hands dirty,
Oh yeah.
and it was a moment to face the music and see the consequences of your actions.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, I do think Malk had to go.
Yeah, and I don't.
'cause
I think
Miles
from
was
the
a tyrant.
information you guys had, you made the choices you felt you had to make. I don't think you're bad for that, and I'm not trying to. I'm trying to make it feel heavy. That's the emotion I'm trying to bring across, but I'm definitely not trying to make you feel one way or the other.
No,
you know?
I feel like this was just.
I
supposed to be
just
like,
think
this
Ryle's
is-
an asshole.
This
There's
is-
no doubt about that.
Like, I think he's just gaslighting us. Like, oh, look at what you've done. Da 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 da
Absolutely.
da. Like,
Also, that.
I just think he's being gaslighty, trying to make us feel bad.
Yeah, of course
That's
he is.
why I don't buy it.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah.
But that's what's being thrown down. Yeah, but no, it's fair. I understand where you're coming from. You definitely shifted a little more unseelie, but
I was already.
You're already
silly, so
there,
It don't matter
you
to
know.
me.
the two of you, however, maybe a little more than normal. But the deal is done. He makes his way off through the trod to take care of what he needs to take care of, to wrap up the loose ends. And you all are left there. Time for you to talk amongst yourselves. Monica, you okay? You just thinking? Okay.
I don't really know where we can go from here, though. That's the thing. I mean, like, the deed's done. One thing is that I guess if Gail's come
A few
back
hours later,
now-
she does show up, or will.
See, but we need to decide: are we going to turn over the evidence? Because as of right now, we've only done the ending where Miles just disappears.
And right now, I guess in one way, we don't feel like heroes right now because we got the half the ending that's bad, part of the omen that's bad.
It's not. I don't think it's that bad. It's just heavy. The whole thing was that he came and he had to die in front of us, and it's just that this was the hard choice. And what really brought that home to Pamela is King Miles saying, "I wish we could have talked," because that's exactly what she thought way back when. She was like,
That
"I wish
is
we could just
his-
use."
That's his fault.
That's his fault.
That's his fault.
Pamela wanted to do that. She briefly thought about it,
And
but
it's
it was
his,
shut
and
down.
it was more speaking to her regret. I mean, it's too
Yeah.
late now.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why Pamela is
incredibly
so.
100% his fault.
That's why Pamela is so pensive, because she's thinking about how it could have gone if she had gone with her gut and used diplomacy instead of listening to Carrie and listening to everyone else saying, "Oh, Milg is going to get us." Because as she was sitting there listening to him talk, she realized she didn't have that much proof. She had the assassin come to say, "He wants you dead," and that was the only interaction she ever had with him. So she's just thinking of that. She doesn't regret. Well, she regrets that it happened like this, but she knew something had to be done because he was doing worse things than just being like, "Oh, I'm an asshole."
I wish I could go back in time right now. not far. I mean, to when the assassin was here, and I want to use dream logic on him, and I want him to tell me, did Milg send him to kill her when he came the first time and decided not to? Was that Milg's doing to have him plotting on her, or was it somebody else?
You know, when somebody comes to a wedding, you can always use dream logic on them
You think
to
Ryan
get
will
your
come
answer.
to the wedding?
No, I mean Grace.
Oh.
You can always use it on Grace
Unless
when
she's
she's
too
there.
busy to come to the wedding.
You said you were gonna have her over to see the renovations. What better time?
Yeah. We just had a real fresh one done.
You know what I'm
Got a
saying?
new rug.
I'm just saying, like, Morgan will send the invite, but you can always call and talk to her and be like, "Well, I really wanted to see you," and da 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 da.
That's true. She's not up for that right now. She's being all pensive, Game of Thronesy, thinking of the weight of her actions in politics and what that means for people. She's glad we didn't go to war. That was the main goal. We did not have to go to war and see more people die. But on the other hand, she had got the king fucking die on her couch, and the slew would be like, "Okay, you're kind of my bitch now." So she's just being pensive about it. That's all.
Well, and I mean, honestly,
We got used as pawns by powerful people.
That's exactly what happened, and that's why it feels icky.
But it benefited
It did
the people of Eureka.
It
Did it
did.
benefit me? Not all the way, but I'm just glad that people didn't have to die in a war.
Yeah.
That was her goal.
Now I question, was there ever going to be a war? Was this all bullshit?
Honestly, Milg was a tyrant.
Yeah.
I think that much is true.
Yes.
And the fact, even though the Butthole was sitting there on the couch going, "I just wish we could have talked," the point is, he didn't talk.
Yes.
And he never would have talked. It's only when he's sitting there bleeding, liver juices in his, all
Exactly.
throughout his body, is he sitting there going, "Oh, I guess I should have used diplomacy."
Because
Like,
we
he
had
was
the
never
whole
gonna do
council
that.
voting on whether to go to war. It wasn't just me like,
Right.
"I don't like her at this place. I'm going to kill her." It was just the whole aspect of it, of everything growing and him having to make a maneuver to protect his throne, because if he saw a rebellion coming, this is just how it played out.
And I mean, honestly, with a rebellion coming, well, because they had the leaker that there was going to be a rebellion.
Oh, fuck, we don't know who the leaker is still.
And I mean, the point is, he knew this information.
I bet I know who the leaker is now.
Who?
I bet it was Grace.
How would she get info from the council?
I mean, she's an
How the fuck is she
Arcadian.
about to become queen? Like,
I mean, she could sovereign any council member. She's an
this
Arcadian.
bitch has been behind everything.
We don't know that.
I can love how everything that happens, everyone else is a piece of shit. But as soon as Grace gets brought up,
No.
Grace has legitimately sovereigned Monica and Dee.
No.
No,
Y'all
I'm
have been
agreeing
sovereigned
with
by
you.
Grace.
just-
No.
I'm agreeing with
It's
No,
you.
just
Giselle
me.
did.
Huh?
No, she means metaphorically.
Oh,
Metaphorically,
Yeah.
Grace
Oh, not
has sovereigned
I'm
them because
agreeing
every
with you.
I
time.
just don't think she's done anything that bad. It wasn't her fault. That's all.
I think-
So I'm like, leave her alone. That's it.
I
But
don't.
I want the smoking gun to find out how she was fucking involved to get you to finally see
That would be
that
quite
she
the twist.
is
That would be a twist.
totally
because I would
behind
be like,
all
no
of this.
way.
She inevitably gets to become queen now
We
based
don't
off
know
of some
that.
shit that we did.
Morgan
We don't
is
know. She
leaning
might
towards
fuck it
Varix
up.
at this point.
We don't know, but everything that dude. Now I'm speaking a little out of character because Varix doesn't know this, but everything that guy, unless you told us, like it's weird that he said like he hopes she becomes queen
I probably
and all.
would.
And if you
I
did,
mean, it's
then
gossipy.
What? Yeah, whatever
then at
he
that
said in the
point,
chat, I
Varix
forgot.
is like, She gets to become queen out of all of this now?
It's not just going to happen. She's going to make a bid for it. There's still going to be a horrible power
She's
vacuum.
House
She may not get it.
Varich.
Is that...
They're called puppet masters. I can almost guarantee
If
you.
I don't have
She's
the evidence...
already.
The cunt
We can go on theory.
is behind it.
Theory all we want, but then you get a king dead on your couch, and you have to live with that memory forever. All I'm saying.
We've already done all of this, and now here we are.
Would you like to hear the end of the tale, or is there anything that you have left that you would like to talk about?
This.
I mean, I
Does
guess
that
there's
mean
nothing
you're
else.
gonna tell us things, and we're
Yes.
gonna be done?
Are we doing?
I'll tell you from the top down.
Because there's not really anything we can do about any of this
No.
now.
It would
This-
just
I have a
be
question.
wedding, baby.
Yes, wedding
Yeah.
baby. That's what I want to
The
know.
wedding is beautiful.
Good.
Nice.
The babies
What's
are
the-
healthy.
What does Varric say at the wedding?
This is
I
what I
will
gotta
say-
know.
No, actually, the thing is that I'm not officiating it
Why?
Why?
because I didn't go to Atlanta.
Oh, he didn't have to. Yeah.
He could if you wanted him to.
I kind of do now. I feel kind
Wow. Okay.
of like I don't like. I know Julio would probably catch that, but I mean, at this point, everything's
He
so
says
heavy.
he wants it to be Catholic, so as long as you show up in a Megapope outfit, he's probably okay.
Okay,
Well, of
Show
course
up
I'm gonna
like
show
the
up.
vampire from.
I'm gonna
Midnight
show up
Mass
like
in his
the
fancy
Papa from
outfit.
Ghost.
Yeah. Maybe minus the skull paint.
Yeah.
Yes, minus the skull paint. That's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, that
I mean,
might be
Morgan's
children.
Catholic too, so it's whatever.
And we certainly can keep going if there's things you want to do. I just ask, is there anything else?
The only thing that I want to do, and this is more of a big idea, is I would want to do whatever it takes right now to find out who the leaker was and
That's true. I
come
would
to
wanna do
justice. Come to justice with and find out who be a part of finding out who that leaker
I
is.
do need to know that
Let's
Yes.
let's move forward a
Okay.
few months then
Okay.
to,
Are the babies here?
to December.
No.
No, the babies
No,
are not
babies
A few
Not
here.
months
here.
later. It's our time now, basically,
Okay.
because it was October.
Oh.
That's
when you
true.
guys
It was
were doing
only,
Oh, November,
like,
actually.
November.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first part of
After.
November.
First,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Yes.
Halloween.
So, we are now in Christmas time, and finally, some things come together. And go ahead and roll wits plus
All of us?
politics. No, Ferrex, because
Okay.
he's doing the research.
Okay.
And this is going to be an extended roll. I'm going to get you to make 5 sets of rolls.
Jesus.
Difficulty of 7 on each of these. Add up your total number.
Okay.
So, if you roll 3 here, you'll add to your next.
Hope you keep count.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure wit.
Really exciting, I know. But
No, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
trying
know.
to think
Yeah.
of what to discuss in the meantime, and I can't think of anything. Do you want to invite the Slua to the wedding? I bet you don't.
No,
Okay.
he does not get an invite. He probably shows up, and then he has to be there anyway.
Yes, we have to let him in if he shows up, but
No.
he's not getting invited.
He's not getting invited. No.
And 9 for
9?
5 rolls.
okay, do you want to spend a willpower?
Yeah, I'll spend a willpower.
I want to know now too.
Okay,
so
that's
like,
enough now.
10.
At 10, that's enough.
Okay.
So you start doing some legwork in the time that you have, trying to find loose ends and who said what and what went where.
Because I still have also this evidence with
Right.
Milg and everything.
And it's
too.
hard because, you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
But through some connections, mainly Sally, some agreements made,
Mm-hmm.
and the Knuckleby thing is taken care of
Yay.
Yay.
because, she got what she wanted.
Yeah.
So she feels it's a good deal.
What did she get, by the way? I'm just curious.
What does she get out of this?
What is she getting now? Yeah. Because we never found out. We never know
Sure.
what she's getting.
So, a conversation in December where she calls and says, "Hey, Varix,
Hi.
I got something for you."
What's going on?
This is a secure call
Oh, wonderful.
from a little phone that no one will ever know about. Isn't that wonderful? You can
Great.
we live in such a consumerist society. You can just throw them in the trash.
Yeah, I used to buy drugs with those all the time.
All right? I know. Me too.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah. He's gone. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for everyone, whatever happened, wink, wink, nod, nod. Power vacuum over here, though.
Yeah.
Things are really ugly. But some things came out in conversations. Apparently there was a guy that was on the council that was getting info from somebody here. Or was giving info to somebody here.
Someone
That he was filtering to Mile, or that was getting filtered to Mile. I don't know if you know the guy or not. And I'm
Possible.
stalling right now because I'm looking for the name.
Oh, it wasn't the Selkie.
No,
Is it the Cluricon?
it was the Cluricon.
Oh my
Conrad.
God.
Fuck
It
you,
was
He fought
Conrad.
with us.
Do what?
Didn't he fight with us?
Yeah.
Why?
He was you know, she took-
Conrad was the leaker.
yeah. So, use that information for what you will, if you need to mete out your own justice down there. But, apparently he was afraid for his family or something like that. Didn't want him to die,
What a
Oh,
puss.
that's-
Yeah,
sad.
but I mean, turning your back on your own kith and kin, oof,
Yikes.
right?
Some people have to make sacrifices to save them.
I know, that's awful.
I know, it's crazy.
Heavy stuff.
I know.
But anyway,
That's why I'm waiting. That's
of
why I'm
all
trying to figure this out.
people, I think the rumor is that Lady Grace may take the seat.
Ooh, wow. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's really down for that, but she may have the most people backing her. So
What do you think would happen if she's takes a seat? Because the thing that's always kind of bugged me is that, like, I don't know. This is Secure Lion. She always kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Wait, pause. What happened to her trial? Did that ever happen?
Mm-mm. That was just a rumor.
Oh. Because I thought everyone hated her.
They don't like her.
Yeah, so I don't know where the bullshit
But
is
Mild
coming
wasn't bringing the trial against her. That was just a rumor. That's what they wanted Mild to do, and he was pausing on it.
it seems like she was down there to investigate Giselle and was following her, is what she claims. And
Down
was
where?
trying in your duchy.
Oh,
She's
she was
lying.
investigating. Oh, she was acting like a mole or whatever. Not a
Yeah.
mole. But she was.
Yeah.
No.
She was undercover. She's working
Yeah, that's what she's
undercover.
telling everybody. Can you
Oh
believe
my
that?
God.
Grace is a cunt.
No, that's what you would have to say if everyone hates you. What else are you going to say?
Grace is not a good
And-
person.
No!
Rumor is that Ryle, of all people, is going to be the Baron of that duchy.
He's gonna be the Baron of the Duchy
Of the Ozarks, watching over it. She's apparently making a deal with him to let him use her estate to manage that somehow. If she gets this role. If.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the rumors little birdies are telling me,
So out of game here, I know that locket. I still have that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Grace, and I don't think Sally knows about it yet.
No.
So now I'm wondering, like, since Grace is lying to figure all this out. See, because my thing is that.
Well, here's what I would tell you is what is that locket going to prove?
It's going to prove that Moloch had a connection to Giselle, but what about that locket with testimony that no, Grace was not sent to investigate. Grace was working with Giselle and admitted that Giselle was her mentor on multiple occasions.
All we have is
To
here.
you
bag-
guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bag was found
in her house.
In her house.
But Grace could claim that, yeah, this is proof that I wanted Giselle. That's why I was hunting her down.
But I'm just saying, if you have sworn testimony from somebody who is known to get banality when they lie, and there are ways to check if someone is lying.
Sure. But
What
that'll
would
be a
that-
trip to Atlanta.
I'm not not be worth it.
to put yourselves in front of the right people. And that may be a story for another day.
I mean, that's fine.
Because we'll go off on another 20 sessions with that.
I mean, I mean that's fine, but I'm kind of with Varix. Like, I don't like it.
Because the thing is that, and then this guy gets to be
Baron.
And the thing is that he made this deal with her. This is what makes me wonder. Okay, when did they make this deal? Did they make this deal?
Are you asking this to...
Maybe it's, I don't know. Does Sally? If Sally knows this, I'm
Sure,
just saying. I'm thinking out loud right now because, you know.
That is a good question.
If we're gonna put all the chips on the table, then
I don't know.
we were gonna get.
I mean,
she was gonna get
the
assassinated.
King's former assassin, and you know he was killed down by some whores. A lot of people aren't buying it, but I mean the evidence is pretty tight. You know, people that have looked into this thing, that's what they're seeing. I don't know.
Well, the crazy thing was that his assassin also tried to kill Pamela.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Huh. Seems like she bent his ear after all.
Who did?
Grace.
No!
So we think so.
That's the rumor that I heard that she was saying that Pamela couldn't be trusted.
Grace.
Seems
Oh,
like
there's
she's-
gonna be part 3. Sorry, it's gonna have to happen now.
said
It seems
that-
like she's put herself into a good situation. She's the hero that stopped a coup, but the king is dead. And
We gotta have part 3 now
That
because
Grace-
there's no way. I'm
that
sorry.
Grace
I'm
st-
sorry.
Wait, so Grace is saying she started the coup, or
no,
that she?
no, that
She
she's
stopped it.
She stopped it, I
helped
mean?
stop it.
Then now she's this great big motherfucking hero.
That she stopped Giselle, and
I'm sorry.
someone that
sorry.
takes action that does speak volumes.
Then why did she allow me to live?
Well, are we on speakerphone right now?
No,
No,
I'm
of
just
course not,
thinking, I'm
silly.
just thinking.
No, I was
Because
I
you
don't
were
think
useful and she felt you could be manipulated. And she felt that we all could be manipulated.
She couldn't manipulate me. I knew she was a bitch the whole
Yes,
fucking
they
time.
both did. They both did, and I
I
didn't.
wavered a couple of times.
But-
he was steadfast
Yes.
the whole time.
I knew
Yet
it
here
the whole time.
here you are, silly. That's what they do.
I got two
Well, then my
organs.
issue is that I was following the wrong people. Because I knew this bitch was wrong.
Well,
And if we ended up inadvertently doing her bidding,
what are you gonna do now?
I'm going to get that bitch.
You already know Morrigan's down. Morrigan
This bitch is
down.
not going to be queen. I'm coming to Atlanta and I'm solving this.
We'll see. I wish you the best of luck. It's a nest of vipers down here.
I'm getting you involved. We're about to partner up.
Oh no.
Oh, we are, buddy. We're partnering up.
Why? Why would I do that?
You got a balefire? We're partnering up right now.
Oh, you're offering me a balefire?
Yeah.
Maybe we're just passing it out to everybody at this point.
I mean,
I'll take some Bellfire and bring it to your ass, but you're fucking helping me, and then our house is gonna rule this goddamn place.
Ugh.
Ah.
Oh, now you're speaking her language, maybe.
And who would be the king? Or the queen?
Well, I'll be the king.
No. No one will buy that for a second.
Bullshit.
You're an asshole and a liar.
Miles got to be king for fucking ever,
They don't want another one, Varix.
but I'm not gonna be a tyrant.
But I'm fun.
Yeah, I'm a fun asshole, if anything.
Well, yeah, sure, but is that a quality of a king? I don't know.
Well, let's find out, baby.
Why not me?
nobody ever
You can be my
wants...
queen.
Oh, are you proposing? It's so romantic.
Gross.
Just
What
only-
consort?
It's only for a power grab. Look, we're just playing the game, aren't we?
I mean, I don't know how Gail's gonna feel about that.
I know.
I mean, in all
We
honesty,
do need a third. Sorry, Ryan.
yeah, sorry, it got too juicy. You made it too juicy. Sorry.
Look, all right, look, it's fine. I don't have to be king.
You can be
I don't have to be king. If you want to be queen, we're gonna need to work some shit out. And we're gonna make sure that you're not also gonna go fucking ape shit too. But we can work that out. and I want a little gratitude. I want a little something for everybody that keeps
my
thinking
minutes
that
are
I'm
running out.
What a bitch.
I'm so sorry,
Jesus,
Varix.
but
Yeah, it's telling me I got 1 minute left.
That's amazing.
We'll talk very soon.
We're either gonna talk soon or we're gonna figure our.
Sweetheart, I promise.
We're not.
We've got a wedding to plan, apparently. Oh my gosh, you're so silly. All right. Well, we'll speak soon. I guess we'll see you in Atlanta.
Okay. We'll hash out the details there.
Yeah, sure.
No oaths, motherfucker.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Oaths are for suckers.
you're just saying that
telling
because you're
me.
walking past Julio.
Also for suckers. Looking right at him.
Pamela's in the room. You don't see her. She starts sobbing.
Yeah, she's eavesdropping.
And so, we may apparently be doing a part 3 to this.
They want revenge.
They
bad.
want revenge.
Yeah, sorry.
And we'll see what happens there, maybe, if we do it or if we don't.
I mean, we can play a couple of games in between, like different games in between.
Yeah.
But come back. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All
This
right.
isn't like last time where it's like we have to come back immediately or we're gonna forget shit.
Yeah, that's
no.
true.
That's true. This is
Our
it's
only
fine.
goal is revenge.
Right.
The only thing we know is that Grace, yet again, is the bad guy.
Yes.
We don't have any proof.
She's
so.
a cunt.
You have no proof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
as our camera pans up from the reverie as you're all having your heated debates that become pretty common through these nights, we go up through the sky, past Eureka, the town, and we see an estate, a familiar place, with lights on, Christmas decorations. Very well decorated, by the way, Pamela. Good job.
Of course, I know.
And Ryle is there to spend his Christmas vacation. And from behind him, placing a loving arm around him,
Another fucking bitch, Grace.
Mhm.
stands a familiar face. Lady Grace Winterhawk.
Mhm.
He got pussy whipped.
Pussy sovereign.
Yeah, he got pussy sovereign.
Drop the other shoe.
Upon her waist, a very ornate sword. One that you had seen before. As she looks out upon what will be her kingdom soon,
Yeah.
she smiles to
We'll
herself.
see about that.
Simple folk sometimes can be useful, she says. And Ryle smiles and nods.
She's talking about you too, Ryle.
And then a fade to black. And that's where we'll end this tale.
Damn.
That was a short one.
You were short.
Yeah. Because I kind of felt like we got to where we needed to be.
Yeah.
Well, now spill the tea.
All right. What tea shall be
I don't
spilled?
know. I don't know.
Well, we already know
What do
who
we-
already know who the leaker is now.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I want to know then.
So I can give you some, but if we're going to do a part 3, I can't give you
That's
everything.
true.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's fine.
Just
So,
don't
because the
give
one
us the
thing we're
super
not going to be
juicy
able
stuff.
to, I mean,
Okay.
I guess one thing you probably wouldn't need to tell is who was behind the Ryle dude. What's his name?
Ryle.
Ryle. Him showing up to kill / make a deal with Pamela.
We probably need to figure that one out.
So we probably need to figure that one
Yeah.
out.
Was the king.
It was the king
But why?
Maybe Grace
Right.
asked him to.
because
Oh.
Grace
Because Grace-
was in his ear telling him Pamela's setting up a rebellion.
Maybe just, or someone's telling me that, oh my goodness, they may be separating.
Oh. So shit from what Conrad is saying is getting to Grace.
I can't believe this.
I
I
can't.
thought she was innocent. You hoodwinked me, and that is the only person you hoodwinked.
Yeah, only you.
And a little bit of D.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
The slightest
I
bit.
waffled a little
Yes. She
I
waffled,
knew
but
it from the
Adam
fucking
was
beginning.
steadfast.
I knew it from the
Adam was
fucking beginning.
steadfast.
You guys were looking at me like I was an asshole for thinking that she
No.
was
I
bad.
didn't have any evidence.
No. Okay. Okay.
We
But
didn't need evidence to do all the other crazy shit we did.
Well, he was being a tyrant.
But no,
I
no,
don't know.
But no, I'm with Barracks. Like, bitches got to go down. Like,
So if this happens, I'm thinking that if anything goes against Ryle as well, if they are together, Pamela may not be able to do anything or be in this. She may have to be like a reference character.
And there's a whole other thing is Grace sounds like she's promising authority that she doesn't have the authority to promise.
right. And here's the deal.
Grace is promising authority
To Ryle,
To
to
Ryle.
Ryle.
giving him a new position.
Right.
He can't be Baron until she becomes queen.
Right.
Right. And here's
It
the
sounds
deal.
like it's about to happen, according to that sword on her hip.
And you
No,
can
it's
work
not.
against.
See, that's a thing
can
where
work
it's
against
not the
Grace without
case.
working
Like,
against Ryle.
that's
No.
the
As
problem.
long as I'm not in on any
not
plan
gonna
to
happen.
harm Ryle or anything.
Right.
That's the thing. Like,
Right.
You're gonna
That's
you're gonna
the
see to it,
loophole.
huh?
Yeah.
Now, if
Yeah.
he gets fucked over
Well,
because
good.
Grace gets fucked over, your intention was not to fuck over Ryle. Your intention was to fuck over Grace, and there's your loophole.
Maybe.
We'll have to see.
Ryle doesn't have to die.
Right.
I guess we're coming back for part 3.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's not. It's fine. I wanted to leave it open in case you wanted to.
I mean, you know your story is
You
good.
knew-
When we're like, no, we gotta
You
come
knew how
back.
they felt about Grace, so you couldn't have ended it with that without them being like, "No, she has to fucking die." It could have been anybody else on the throne. They would have been like, "Okay, good story."
We
But
would have been like,
Grace-
okay, we accept. It's like,
Yes.
fuck that bitch. Yeah,
From
sorry.
the fucking get-go. From the moment I saw her in episode 4, was it? Of
I don't know.
season 1?
No,
I
I
was
mean-
like, I don't trust this bitch
I mean,
at
he
all.
did in the fucking church. He was, and that's when Morgan was like, ah, he's okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like so. Yeah.
I don't trust her, and I'm,
Oh, it's okay. She gonna get it.
and that was one of those things too. And I held steadfast because my character is
Never
he's
wrong.
never wrong. He knows he's right, even if he is wrong. He will never admit it.
Man, yes.
And my antithesis is not sticking up for the underdog. So maybe me being like, "No,
I
Grace
mean-
hasn't done anything
No, you did a good
wrong."
job.
You did great, and it was good for your character. And I,
But I also just
She
believed
also
it.
bamboozled you into thinking she
Yes.
was an underdog.
Exactly.
Because she wasn't.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, she played to everything Pamela.
And the problem
yeah.
is that my antithesis is letting the greedy prosper.
Oh, see,
So
we
I
over.
have to
Yes.
I have to get her.
yes,
And now, especially because she's bamboozled
Yes.
everybody and caused this situation.
And bamboozling is your job.
Exactly.
Well,
if
and-
anyone's gonna prosper, it's gonna be me.
you know what? At this point, Morgan is in agreement because she likes you better than Grace. Even though she hates to admit it.
Yeah.
I mean, she was kind of like, oh yeah, let him officiate the wedding. I mean, you know, like I know technically, but we already said we would.
What? I didn't have to do it.
I personally kind of want that. Now I don't know if they're married yet by the time part 3 comes around, but
We'll have to see.
So what about? Okay, so they got rid of the Knuckle V
uh-huh.
and everything. Was that? I mean,
Basically, as far as what you get if you ask Sally Forth,
mhm.
is that she's had some friends and associates that she called in favors for because you had good information. That, and that is one of the reasons there's a power vacuum. And people are like, I don't know about Grace. What if she was part of all that? And she's, and there's questions and stuff like that, and why it's taking so long, and why there's arguments, and probably will be arguments still when we come back.
That's fine.
I got something. Just thought about something.
But basically, they captured it in the dreaming, and or have put it to where it can't get to you where you are now.
Okay.
Not leaving.
Which I mean, if you have Julio and Morgan come with you, then
Oh, I'm looking up something real quick.
He's angry flipping.
Yeah.
how did meeting Julio's parents go? This I gotta know.
We'll have to see if we're doing a part 3.
Yay! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I love it. That's fine.
Here we go. All of my XP from now on is going into Chronos. Because I'm going back in time. We're going to do an Avengers Endgame time travel. I'm going back in time, and I'm going back to when we, like...
Winterhawk War.
When we found those, like, those
I'll
things.
do it with you.
Yeah, when we found the little wooden
Yes.
toys and shit, and I'm bringing a fucking recorder.
They're in
And
the dreaming. They're hidden in the dreaming.
What?
Well, he's going
What's his
before
nuts
then.
hit him in the dreaming?
They're still somewhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that
But
could be a
we-
quest to get them.
We could get them, but
Can we prove
it
anything
still
on
doesn't
those?
prove anything with Grace.
Yeah, I don't know if
We
you can do some
we have to
magic
figure out how to connect Grace. And going back in time to literally get photo evidence and video evidence.
We're going. It's just Morgan and Varric in the Fiesta, trying not to be seen
Yeah,
about
we
our
put
past
a-
selves, like recording.
Yeah. We put a fucking
We
flux
have to get to ochenta and ocho.
Yeah. Yeah. We put a flux capacitor in the Fiesta.
She's
Even
like-
though it's actually just
she's like
my
out to
power.
here.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna setting up.
Nobody
I'm
look
gonna
at
set up a
me.
whole thing where I have a Chronos power, but I'm gonna put a flux capacitor, like a scribbled like flux
It's gonna be on
capacitor.
prop, so it's your car.
Yeah, it's literally just my car, but I'm gonna use my power to make it seem as though I'm going back in time through the Fiesta.
You're hawking the horn as you're going
We'll have
through.
to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yay! But yeah, I mean, we can.
Okay.
I mean, Cthulhu and vampire, and then come back to this.
Chronos power.
Yeah.
You know.
It's happening.
Yeah, we'll keep the sheets.
Yeah.
And we'll do all that. Keep
I
all our
might
stuff.
make a new one if they're gonna be in Atlanta.
You could.
Cause I'm just worried about the whole.
Pamela's
oath
kind
thing.
of stuck.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's his name could just be like, no, you can't go.
We're
Okay, good.
So
Pamela's
then
gonna
I feel
inadvertently
like
get killed.
We could like reference her, like call
Yeah.
her, and I
And
can
then-
be
Sure.
like, I'm Pamela now.
And
then
I'll
I
give
can
you
do
XP to match theirs, so you can
Yeah.
won't be behind.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because
A good chunk. at
because if
least.
they're doing things mainly in Atlanta, I think that's gonna be difficult.
I mean,
Yeah,
well, that's
we can discuss that.
perfect. Yeah.
and then I can
discuss
come
that.
up with a new character.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can come back to that.
Helpful.
Well, I mean, the fact that y'all want to come back, that's good.
I mean, your
Oh, yeah.
character was helpful, but yeah, I get where
Yes.
you're coming from. I love
I don't-
Pamela.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for her to
But yeah, you're right.
not with the
So-
slew of fucking Grace.
The same thing I asked at the end of the first one. What did you think?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
The fact
I
that
was a
we're
little bit.
demanding
I
part
will
3.
say I was a little bit trepidatious at the beginning of this, when I'm like, really, like we're pulling the bad guys now kind of vibe.
I didn't mind. I liked it. I liked that it was that heavy and that's
Well,
what
I
you
just
have
didn't.
to realize. is
Yeah,
heavy.
but I just didn't buy. I just wasn't buying it.
Well,
After
no, I don't
everything
think-
that was set up. It felt like it's
Well,
like,
sure. I don't think you have to.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to buy it. I think that's all perception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's completely fine.
Well, and I'm glad you were like, wait a minute now. Well, 'cause
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think Ryle, whatever the fuck his name is.
Ryle.
Yeah, was just being gaslighty and just. I think he was trying to
I think
rub
he
salt
had-
I think he was
in
trying
a
to
wound.
teach a lesson. That's how I took it, honestly. He's
he ain't got
older.
lessons. To
I
teach.
took
That's
He
it
had
as
to listen
him
to
being
Pam.
a dickhole and was trying to rub salt
Yeah.
in a
I
wound.
think Pamela learned a lot and matured a lot from the situation and realized that being a leader isn't just rallying everyone to fight. It's dealing with the consequences and watching people die and
Does Pamela
sticking to your
feel like a leader
agreements.
right now?
Sort of not. But she's
It
accepting.
It seems like she got duped.
I don't.
We all
she
got
did get
duped.
duped
We all
by
got
Grace.
duped.
Absolutely.
Mind you. I'm not saying it like
Yeah.
like it's
And
just
she's
Pamela.
not
like,
happy with how the Slua had his.
You got
loophole.
World of Darkness. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But I,
Because Pamela's learning about the real world. She
Right.
lived in her fantasy reverie, never leaving the house. So I like this for her as a character.
and I think that when she comes through, it will make her an even better leader.
Exactly.
From having had this experience.
Exactly.
This is like Pamela as a leader's like origin story, if that makes sense. Like
Yes.
how she eventually became a great leader, if that makes sense.
Also,
Yeah.
the other part of this too is that if our characters, if Varric and Morgan are about to go to Atlanta to stop Grace, which, you know, like we're doing it one because we're like, fuck that bitch. We knew she was bad the whole time. Or at least I
Operation
did.
FTB.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Operation FTB. But in essence, we're also trying to save Pamela from her situation.
Right. And you know Morgan is all about that. Because I do not, I am Morgan, don't like the situation that she's been left in. I
Yeah.
don't like...
Because you can still have your oath. You can still have your oath to him.
Exactly.
But if for whatever reason, Ryle comes out as the information that Ryle comes out as the assassin, it's like, hypothetically we switch it to where Grace was the one, she just became queen. She was the one that targeted.
Who benefited the most?
Who benefited the
from all
most
But
out of it?
here's
And
the other thing.
He can't. I just mean he can't come to the reverie.
Who's
and
the
be
accomplices to murder now?
I'm House
Not
Kaha. They were gonna put it on me anyway.
I'm just saying.
He just showed up. He showed up to
It seems like
Pamela's house.
Sure, and it seems like he put a nice little bow on the fact that you were 100% accomplices.
Wait, how did he put a?
She literally carried a dead body through the trod and the dreaming and deposited it in a gutter.
So that
They could have my
sticks.
DNA.
She helped wrap up a body
I had
and
gloves
dispose of evidence.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that.
He still
There's
has the
any-
knowledge, regardless.
Right.
He could spill whenever the fuck he wants.
I mean, to be honest, Morgan may just put it out there.
Yeah, but we're just gonna have to play. No, but
There's
that's the
heavy
thing.
consequences to that.
There could be, but
I
at
just
the same
find
time,
it. No, here's the deal. I find it complete horseshit that every one of these characters can play the game and get shit, and then we have to be the ones to. Oh, we learned a lesson, and now we have to deal with our consequences. When everybody
think
else
anybody
gets to
said
actually like Grace. What did she get to learn? She was pulling strings the whole time.
She's not a player character. She's an NPC.
But that's-
she doesn't need
but-
to learn a lesson.
But that's the thing. Like, why is it that we have to be all woe is me?
I mean,
We
we're
could-
I don't
Kinda
think
not.
anybody's saying you have to.
I don't.
Like, I
I'm
think there's a
cool with-
righteous anger between the two of you, and
Yes,
that's fine.
I'm
Yeah.
cool
I get that,
with
but-
being woe of me because I like this for the character of I have to go through a trial. But I
But
agree.
there's a part 3.
She
Yeah.
There will be a part 3.
legitimately had her
That's what y'all
outburst
want.
because of that's how this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
that you did this.
But that's what I mean. It's like if we're gonna play the game, we're gonna make it Ryle pay for it, and we're gonna get away with it scot free. Because that's exactly what Grace did.
I've got
and
to
that's what they did.
up my politics, but let me work on that.
I'm gonna up in politics and Chronos. And I'm gonna
Time
go
traveling
Yeah,
politician.
I'm gonna go back in time and I'm gonna say, "Don't you touch that body."
Don't you shoot John Wilkes Booth.
Don't you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm go-
Just let that man go to art school.
yeah.
Thanks, Varix. Yay!
Yeah. I'm
Now
going-
you're the real
I'm-
hero.
I'm motherfucking going back in time if I need to.
Yeah.
I don't dig this whole woe is me crap.
Well, that's
about
fine.
it.
And that's why we got
leaving
part
you.
3.
It leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like it, and I like the way that you ended it so that if we were like, okay, yeah, we're done,
Yes.
it did wrap it up if we wanted it to wrap up. But it also was like, okay, if you want part 3,
Yeah, that's entirely your choice.
You
I'm
either-
fine either way.
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, and we're fine to like with Cthulhu
Oh yeah.
and
Well, yeah.
vampire, and then come back to it.
And we may be, and that's just for the listeners. We will probably be taking a break from Changeling, just change of pace.
Yeah.
But we will come back for part 3
Woohoo!
and discuss what happens there as the Motley goes to Atlanta to the
Sans
nest
Pamela.
to the nest of vipers. That
Probably.
is. Which will require a lot of work on my part because there's a ton of characters in that, but that is okay.
No rush.
This,
No rush.
in all honesty, this is your fault.
Yeah,
yeah, you
It
didn't
is my
have to
fault.
make Lady Grace.
I didn't have to
Well,
do the old double cross, twist ending M. Night
Yeah,
Shyamalan.
yeah, you didn't have to do that. We would have been fine. But now you decided
Yeah,
to
you
rile
put
us
this on
up.
yourself.
Well, and also
You decided to rile
Rile
us
us
up.
up. Oh, I was on the
Oh wow!
clue.
See, now I'm
Ah.
on to you. You called him Ryle for a reason. I get it.
Well, and also, House Kaha got their ass beat, and he literally said, "Oh, everybody was." There's
Yeah,
lots
everyone
of
was
people that
cool
were
with
in
that.
on that.
Yep.
And if Morrigan has shifted Unseelie, which I think it's pretty
Ooh.
safe to say that she has.
Oh, we're about to be
Ooh.
badasses
I
walking.
mean,
Another reason Pamela's not going. I'm still Sealy, you guys.
Make your fucking sweetbread. We're gonna go get some
Send
shit
us a
done.
care package, bitch. I mean,
this is literally, it wasn't just that they got killed, that would be one thing, and I think she could be like, well, that was kind of on us if we got our asses handed to him. But to purposely weaponize the institutions. And then she's sitting there thinking, well, that obviously didn't work. We're coming back, we're remembering. The next step is the cold iron. She's got she's going to have 2 more Skaha. Her babies are going to be Skaha. She's kind of got a big incentive to be like, no, motherfuckers.
And
Yeah,
apparently
who's to
they
say?
have no problem wielding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's to say Grace won't be like, yeah, keep that up. I know a Skaha, she's a bitch.
Well, and
Yeah, she easily threw Pamela under the bus for no reason, other than just to use her.
And at this point, Morrigan's got enough going for her that, she's like, I can either do something about it now, or I'm constantly going to be living in fear because of my family.
Yeah.
Because they're going to know where to threaten.
Getting into some mafia stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. Well, we will find out in part 3.
Yay!
It'll be a few months, maybe
Yeah.
some time from now, but
Yep.
we will come back for more Changeling.
Back in the spring or something.
Yeah, in the
We'll
interim, we'll be doing some other posts, I'm sure, as we play games and decide we want to record them. So the channel will still stay active, and we'll put all our shenanigans up. And we thank you for listening. It's been something we didn't know we would get into and do, but something that I'm glad we've continued to keep going, and hopefully you've all enjoyed listening. And until next time, for the last time for a little while, this is GM Tuck wishing you all the best and happiest of dreams. Good night, everyone.